Hey there, this is Veena from Patter Cake, the channel that's about baking and much more. A warm welcome to my channel. Interested in a quick and easy breakfast recipe? I have the perfect one for you. Instant rice flour dosas. It doesn't involve any soaking, grinding, fermenting, etc. Just mix all the ingredients in water, spread the batter on a pan and cook the dosas. That's it. But watch the video till the end to catch the important tips for getting the recipe right. Okay, now let's see how to make these super quick, delicious rice flour dosas right here at Patter Cake. Let's start preparing the dosa batter. This is 1 cup of rice flour with which we have to make a really thin batter. But I'll first make a thick batter using just 1 cup of water so that we can get rid of all the lumps more easily. We'll now thin the batter by adding 1 more cup of water and then an additional half cup. In all, we've used 2.5 cups of water to prepare the batter. To make today's dosas, we need a watery, free-flowing batter like this. Now let's mix in some vegetables and spices. Let's add 2 tablespoons of finely chopped onion, 2 tablespoons of grated carrot, 2 tablespoons of chopped coriander, and 2 medium-sized green chilies, finely chopped. Let's mix everything and then flavor the batter with 1 teaspoon of crushed ginger, half a teaspoon of ground cumin, half a teaspoon of ground pepper, a 1/4 teaspoon of hing or asafoetida, and 1 teaspoon of salt. Let's mix the batter well and then let it rest for around 5 minutes. After resting it, let's stir the batter again. It seems slightly thicker now than before, so I'll thin it just a little. This is a 1/4 cup measure, but I'll fill just half of it with water. That's around 2 tablespoons. Let's add it to the batter. Our dosa batter is now ready. To pour out the batter, you could use a ladle, but I prefer using a small bowl or a vati like this one. Here I have a pan heating on a medium-high flame. Instead of a pan, you could also use a dosa tawa. The pan or tawa needs to be very hot. We'll first grease it with a few drops of oil, spreading it with the help of a brush. Now before you pour the batter out for each dosa, you have to stir it well because the rice flour tends to settle down. Using a vati, I'll pour some batter into the pan, beginning by pouring it along the outer edges and then moving towards the center. This has to be done quickly. Now let's cover the pan and let the dosa cook for a minute or so. After removing the lid, we'll drizzle a few drops of oil over the center of the dosa and around its edges. Next, we'll have to give the dosa time to cook some more. We'll have to let it cook for around 2 minutes till the top surface dries completely, the sides start coming off the pan, and the bottom of the dosa starts browning and becoming crisp. The longer you let the dosa cook on the underside, the crisper it will become. However, after some time, these dosas tend to become a little soft. You can see the dosa is developing some brown spots here, and the edges are leaving the pan. I don't want it to become too crisp. So let's flip it over. Cooking the dosa on both sides like this is optional, but I prefer to let these dosas cook for just a few seconds on the other side and then flip them over again. I'll now fold the dosa over into a semicircle and then remove it to a plate. Let's make another dosa. I'll wipe the pan clean with a paper towel, drizzle some oil on it, and then proceed with the same steps as before. You need to have some patience as you let the dosa cook. If you try to flip it too early, you'll find it's too soft to do this. This one too has cooked perfectly. We'll repeat the same process till we use up all the batter. I was able to make 7 dosas in all. They've all turned out really good. Instant rice flour dosas tend to be lacy and typically develop holes like this. These dosas can be enjoyed with chutney or sambar or any sauce of your choice. Let's taste one. It's so delicious and has such a nice texture too. For your benefit, I'll recap the main tips for this recipe. The pan has to be very hot. Only then will the dosas develop the characteristic lacy texture. Make sure to stir the batter and restore its thin flowing consistency before pouring it out for making each dosa. The batter should form a thin layer on the hot tawa or pan, so don't pour out too much of it. If you want the dosas to be crisper for a longer time, add a quarter cup of rava to the batter. And there you have it, a quick breakfast recipe for easy rice flour dosas that are absolutely tasty. Do make them at home and let me know how you like them. And don't forget to subscribe for more recipes like this. Till we meet again, happy cooking!